think we might have stumbled across one of the best strikers on the game. At least that's what I think anyway. Like, I've been playing this game a lot, every single day, probably for the last 6 or 7 months, or however long it's been out. And yeah, we've come across a striker that's just come out, and he might well be very, very high up that list of awesome players on the game. So in goal today, in a 4-2-3-1 second variant, we've got Gianluigi Buffon. He is, of course, the older generation of goalkeeper, and he's still very good on this game. The defense is pretty awesome as well. We've got an Italian who plays in the Russian league by the name of Crisito. 80 rated, good pace, overall stats not too bad at all, and actually gets up and down the wing quite nicely. We then got Chiellini going into the squad. However, you just need an Italian who plays for Juventus at the back. So you've got the likes of Bonucci, Barzagli, if you were trying to make this squad any cheaper. And then we've got Adil Rami's inform card. I believe this might be an upgrade as well. I'm not 100% sure. But he's very, very good. Way up there in my list of good centre-backs on the game. And talking of players that I really like on the game, Mario Gaspar, the right-back, is insane. One of the most well-rounded right-backs in the game. I just think he performs incredibly well. Now moving on to the midfield. We've got Axel Witsel going in at CDM. He's tall, he's got a big afro, and also he's got 4-star skill moves. So he kind of plays a little bit of a flair game as well as being a brute force in the middle of your midfield. We've then got Nzonzi, who is actually one of the most... I don't know how to describe him. He is everywhere all of the time. A bit of a gem on FIFA, and I was very pleased when I saw that he got an inform a few weeks back. Jesus Navas goes in at right midfield in this formation. Someone that I don't use that often, but he's very quick and he's got decent dribbling. And then someone I've never used before, Oleg Shatov. What an amazing name that is. Plays, of course, for Zenit in the Russian league, like our CDM and our left back do. Good pace, 4-star skills and weak foot, and I was very excited to use him. And then, of course, we get to the cam and the striker. We've got De Bruyne, who is 86 rated. You could use an informed version of him if you wanted to, but I like to use this one because that's the one in my club. And then we've got 84 rated man of the match Lukaku, who, as you can see by his record, scored 11 goals in the 4 games that I played. Absolute madness. He's got 85 pace, 88 shooting, 87 physical. Very good stats. He's insanely good. He doesn't have skills, but what he does have is the ability to finish on both feet, and he's, of course, an absolute brute force. Now, I've said this squad is around 400,000 coins. That's just me trying to take into account the price drop of Lukaku. Who knows? He could go up in price, but, well, now that I've sold him, he probably will go up in price, because you know my luck with players. But I actually scored, of course, with this formation, you're going to score mostly with that striker because... You know, your left mid, your right mid, they're very, very wide out. And then you're either going to try and push it through to your cam, who then plays that final ball to the striker. And that's how it seemed to work in this team. But I did get a couple of goals with other players in the squad. As you can see, the likes of Shatov, Witsel, and Jesus Navas did get on the score sheet. But my main cam, Kevin De Bruyne, didn't. And I think that's because I know how good his passing is. And Lukaku was making these amazingly good runs. So what was I going to do? I was going to put 2 and 2 together and pass that bloody ball through to Lukaku, who... He's like a train. You just don't stop him. When he's on the move, yeah, good luck. Because I've not used a player this year who seems quite so beastly and beefy. He's a very big sort of he's got this massive physique on the game, and he's got the strength to match it as well. And luckily for us, being an upgraded man of the match item, he's now got crazy pace, decent dribbling, and what he has of course got is this amazing finishing. Now I'm going to be focusing a lot more in depth on this guy over on the FUTWIZ channel, so click up there if you wouldn't mind going subscribing over to the FUTWIZ channel. That would be absolutely amazing. I had a lot of fun using this team. I didn't play with it for too many games because, well, it was full of a lot of goals. We just scored every single game, like multiple goals, which is brilliant. I have not had a record, like a goal ratio record with a striker like the one that I've got with Lukaku for quite a while, and I used to be able to get it, but obviously I'm worse at the game or something nowadays, I'm not sure, but for him to get 11 goals in 4 games, to me that says you're bloody good, mate. You should be up there on the list of good strikers. So I can only recommend you sort of try him out, see how you find him. If you've enjoyed the video, that was a lovely goal, by the way, smash that like button. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you next time, guys. Peace.